Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Zach here, back with another video for y'all. This is our pull workout from yesterday, January 4th, 2025. Got a pretty good one, still under the weather, unfortunately, but I feel like I'm getting better. Actually taking a real rest day today instead of doing cardio. I'm just going to take it easy, fill up on calories and fluids and electrolytes and everything, and see if we can get this recovery process to happen a little quicker for me. And I hope everybody's doing well out there. I know this is the time of the year for those respiratory illnesses, so hopefully you guys are all doing well out there. So starting off here, got our incline dumbbell curls. Switching up angles. I'm trying to get the my backdrop, like my setting and everything here, see what works the best, what angles look the best, stuff like that. So it's a little bit of playing around with stuff here. You'll see the angles change, but yep, added an additional set here on the incline curls because last time I did this pull session, same exercises, the 3 sets ended up not causing too much DOMs. I mean, I've definitely felt it, and I was a little bit sore, but nothing crazy. So I think I'm going to stay at 4 sets because today they're sore. The entire bicep is sore pretty much, but I'm thinking about possibly adding in another bicep movement, but we'll see because now I'm trying to move those calf raises over. And so if I move those, then this workout will end up being 5 exercises as well. So we'll see what I end up deciding to do on that. Got some interesting comments on my last video from January 3rd, that push day. So I really appreciate you guys engaging with the videos there, dropping comments. If you guys have any tips or anything that might help me out or any suggestions, feel free, man. I'd love to hear from you guys down in the comment section below. I'm always up for some criticism, even if it's not constructive. It can oftentimes be rather funny, so really appreciate that, guys. So, yep, just cranking out. This should be the second set of incline curls here. Reps, it's kind of crazy. I felt strong. I felt pretty dang strong during this workout. The only thing was the pumps still pretty trash. Did not feel that great pump wise. And I think the muscles felt a little bit better, but still feeling kind of crummy there. But I was going to mention, I actually ended up adding some reps here. On my 4 sets, I did 14, 12, 10, and then 9 reps on that last one. So gained a couple reps and added that set, and that seems to have done the trick as far as stimulating the bicep. Looking at the other muscles that we were training on this day, so rhomboids, upper back, traps, stuff like that, rear delts. Feeling pretty sore. I feel like the mid back is a little more sore. Spinal erectors are pretty sore from those barbell bent rows, the flexion rows we're doing. And lats pretty much always get sore from pull-ups, which brings me into the next topic I wanted to talk to you guys about, which is what to do with your legs during pull-ups. There's a few different things you could try out on that. So you guys will notice whenever I do my pull-ups, I've got my feet, I'm kind of doing, I think it's called hollow in gymnastics. It's that hollow, it's where you're like, the anterior portion of your body is concave, right? Yeah, caved in. Yeah, so essentially pointing the toes forward, legs kind of like scooped up a little bit, like you're scooping the air in front of you. That way you can flex your abs and your hip flexors and stuff like that. Keep everything rigid and solid, so then that way when you're pulling up, or I guess pulling down on the bar to bring your body up, what you might want to do is go ahead and think about pulling from the elbows and keeping your core tight, and that'll let you kind of, it ends up being a lot smoother. Because I know for myself, doing pull-ups, especially first starting, it can feel super duper crunchy, especially at the bottom when you're starting the pull. You know, it might be like a ton of forearms, and then finally like a third through the movement, your back starts working. And since it's a back exercise, that's really not what we want. And that's another reason I like to use those Versa grips. So let's go ahead and look at, these are just little warm-up reps I'm doing here. And I'm focusing on those cues I was just talking about, pulling from the elbows and stuff like that. And then I'm also getting a huge stretch. You'll see, like, I actually noticed it looks kind of funny. My head looks like it's like disappearing into my body. It's kind of funny. Watch. Bloop. Yeah, it's like a little like turtle thing going on. I don't know why. Every time I watch this footage now, it cracks me up. But essentially what I'm doing there is I'm letting my spine sink down, and I'm stretching as much as possible to get all of my joints, especially my shoulders, nice and stretched out, warmed up, get those Golgi tendon organs woken up and ready to go for the movement. So looks like we're going to get into the first set of pull-ups here, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and watch this set together real quick.
Please stop.
All right, so watching that footage, you can see I'm trying my absolute best to keep everything the same rep to rep. So I got that hollow going on with my feet slightly in front of me, and that it helps a lot with the band too, because it can be really distracting having that band. Like if you put your legs behind you with the band, well, first of all, I'm not actually sure how you would do that, but if I try to keep my torso straight, my whole body straight when I'm doing it with that band, it's just gonna that band is just gonna rub across the front of my body, which is uncomfortable. I mean, I could work through it, but it's not very fun. So that hollow position allows me to keep that band in front of me throughout the movement, and then got the Versa grips to lock in my grips, so that way, or lock in my grip rather, so that way it's not a limiter on the movement. Another thing, huge cue, like I said, is pull from the elbows. So you'll see it allows me to keep tension on the lats, because this exercise I'm primarily trying to train my lats, and so it's the same thing on the eccentric portion, where as I'm going down, I'm trying to it's like a controlled fall, basically. I'm controlling my descent into the bottom position with my lats, and that's why they get super roasty toasty, and they usually, if I'm not sick, get a super crazy pump just from 3 or 4 sets of pull-ups. Lats will be fully pumped, feeling like I got wings on my back. So super great exercise. I mean, if I had an assisted pull-up, like an assisted pull-up machine, so say for example you work out at a gym, if you can find that assisted pull-up machine, man, that thing is a boon, because you can use overload principles to decrease the added resistance to your legs, which takes weight off the movement. I can do the same thing with bands here. Like eventually, if I'm doing 15 to 20 rep pull-up sets with this band, I can go down to the next lightest band and start there. I'd lose reps, but the tension would be higher. And then of course the goal would be to get to where I can do sets of 10, 12, 14 with that slow eccentric control, a little bit of pause at the bottom, with just my body weight. That's the ultimate goal there. Now, when it comes to, what if you can't do a pull-up? Well, that's, like I just mentioned, that's where that assisted pull-up machine comes in. If you don't have access to that and you want to do pull-ups, like if you work out at home, maybe you got a setup similar to mine where you just have like some uprights to rack a barbell on or something like that, or maybe you just have a set of dumbbells you don't even have somewhere to pull up on. There are some other variations you can do, but I would recommend, if you're trying to hypertrophy your lats, to go ahead and it really is worth it to have a set of adjustable dumbbells. I mean, the bang for your buck on those guys is just astronomical. Being able to adjust, even if it's like 10-pound increments from 10 to like 50 or 60 pounds, that's amazing. And then, of course, there's like Bowflexes, and I'm not sure if they still make those like cable resistance machines. I'm sure they do, but something like that you might be able to try it as well. But yeah, doing dumbbell rows, especially with an emphasis on kind of at the bottom of the movement, you can like allow the dumbbell to go forward, like over your face a little more. And next time I do barbell or dumbbell rows, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I definitely want to add in some like single arm dumbbell rows, maybe at the end of one of my pulled sessions or something like that. For a macro cycle, have one of those in there. That way I can show you guys what I'm talking about. But it's kind of a similar idea with straight leg deadlifts. How if you want it to be a more glute focused straight leg, you allow the bar, instead of going like over the top of your midfoot, you kind of let it, you allow it to drift over your toes a little bit. It puts more tension up by the like upper glutes and hips and stuff like that, and so it works it better. So there's a lot of variation. Even in one movement, you can change it in ways to target a specific portion of a muscle group or something like that. So definitely something worth thinking about. Now, how's everything else feeling? So, like I said, biceps sore, lats sore, mid back not like upper back, rhomboids and stuff, not very sore. So I might have to focus on. Of course, it's just I'm torn because I love these flexion barbell rows. I love the gnarly pump that I'm getting on my spinal erectors. That's one of the. Those are one of the muscle groups that I really want to get bigger too, because I feel like when you see somebody with huge spinal erectors, like it looks like two little arms just slapped on their back going up. It looks crazy. So definitely want to work on those. But I think that's just about it for me today, guys. I'm gonna get this rest day finished up. Hopefully I'm feeling well enough. Of course, tomorrow's leg day, so that's just about the most intense day as far as like, push and pull day don't usually make me feel like I'm gonna throw up, but leg day can definitely do that to me. So yeah, like I put in the beginning of the video, we're 32 weeks out from our show. Got at least one more massing cycle after this macro. And I appreciate all the comments and support, guys. I'm going to throw up the stats at the very end. Right now, I'll go ahead and throw up the... I want to share some snapshots every now and then on my chronometer, just to show you guys what my macros look like, how many calories I'm eating, and then what the ratio is of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. So really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.